it from him. So apparently in this particular WhatsApp group, I don't know, there's a membership fee. And so he's paid his fee. He should be in the WhatsApp group. And now I can understand why he won the case. But the reason why he got removed was because he was asking for accountability for the money they've been donating since 2017. To say, yes, we said we were donating money to help this child to go to school. Did the money actually go there? We said we were donating money to help this person get hospital bills. Did the person actually go? Was the money paid to get that person into the hospital as we were donating for that? That's what he was asking. He was asking for accountability, that the group would account and say, yes, we did send the money for that. So it makes sense. Once you hear that side of the story, it makes sense. It's still funny. There's a court case, particularly about WhatsApp. not just WhatsApp, about a WhatsApp group. And so it's already funny that there is even a court case about being a member of a WhatsApp group. That part is definitely fun. But this part of accountability, it brings up a very interesting subject, like I said here. In the church, there is the same issue, where if you are in the WhatsApp group, the moment you ask for accountability on doctrinal subjects, they will kick you out of the WhatsApp group. You are a demon. As a matter of fact, you are sent. Now, on this particular episode, you might notice that in the beginning, I coupled up the story of Ayanda, right? She has a new video. She posted it, I think, yesterday. I don't know. I don't remember. Yesterday or day before yesterday. In the new video, she preaches this message. I'm not even going to give small pieces of them. I will tell you what is in the video. In the video, she's saying that, there are snakes out there in their life. She was reading from the book of Acts, where they got into the river was, the sea was very hostile. The boat was losing its what, but they escaped with their life and they landed in an island. And there is this part where they actually, when they go to the island, Paul gets bitten by the snake. That's the part she was preaching from. And when she's preaching from this, from this passage, I remember there was a moment where she actually made an entire, she just started preaching after reading 3 words. She literally just says, they got to an island, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then she starts preaching from that, and I was like, Haibo. So that's how we now preach. So, Bazalwan, that's what I was talking about. We don't have to do an entire breakdown of the message. That's what we were talking about, that the way she structures a message is structured towards this, you will make it, you will what. Messages that are supposedly motivating the believer, but in deceit. Unrealistic messages, unrealistic teaching. Now, we came back here and we said, accountability, madam. So I wanted to add that part of the story here without having to make a separate video. I'm not making a separate video, okay? So we asked for accountability here, and guess what Ayanda does in this new message? She then says that amongst the stick thingy, there was actually a snake inside there. And so then she starts painting this picture as if there are people who are snakes. As they are preaching, there are people who are snakes meant to come there and just cause issues. Now remember, when we're asking questions on the subject matter of doctrine. Are we being lied to? Is these stories that we are being told real? Why do we even need to be hearing stories about resurrections and whatnot and all these things? That's what we were asking questions about. She comes back, new message, we are snakes. Why? Accountability is not something that a lot of people want. So you see, I understand that court case. I understand why that man wanted to be put back into that group so that they can make him the admin. Of course, we don't want to be admin at what at Ayanda's WhatsApp group. We are not interested in that one. But it's funny that when she comes back in response, she now labels us. She labels us as snakes for causing people to question or for bringing up questions to the things that she's preaching. claiming it's God who told her this. God was shaking her chair. The child came back to life. Did I raise a child? No. I was just at the right time, at the right place. So you did raise a child. So, those kind of things, very in denial, but wanting you to confirm that she raised a child without her saying thingy. So that tomorrow, I don't know, maybe she wants to deny it tomorrow and say, no, me, I never said I raised a child. I said I was in the right place. Okay? But accountability, she does not like. She had to go digging for verses so that it can fit. And remember, in the first message, when she did the first video saying that she died, people were saying, Ayanda died when, all these questions, there were all these questions that came up. So once those questions became too difficult for her to answer, then she did the second video. And the second video was literally just her answering that one. To validate that she is called, she has a calling Ayana, and she says someone was raised. So to show that what? She is called. Someone was raised through her hands, basically. It was when she screamed that the child must come back to life, that the child came back to life. So that second message that she made was literally her validating that she is called. And now when people continue to call her out and say, first of all, you said you died. We don't know when was that. Ayanda died in the hospital and we didn't hear anything about it. Nowhere in the news, nothing. She's not make sure. And then all of the sudden, you come back to tell us that a child now died in your presence, and you raise the child up, and then we mustn't question. If we question, we are snakes. So you see the subject matter that I'm bringing up. I can absolutely understand why that meant. We've been contributing money, and on top of that, if the WhatsApp group does have a membership fee, we've been contributing money. We want accountability. That's the same thing that we are doing with doctrine. We are asking people to be accountable to the things that they are teaching. But then there are people that will come back and say, no. Now, this is where I found it also interesting. They say now the people are leaving the WhatsApp group. Now that he's been added to be made admin, their people are coming out one by one. This is another point again. The very people you are trying to help, to see the truth, they are the very same people that go. Because they think, no, he just wants power over us. They don't see the particular point, or they don't dare ask the questions about those other points. They don't ask themselves, but wait a minute, why are we leaving this WhatsApp group after this brotherhood was asking for accountability on money subjects? They don't ask themselves, leave or not, they leave the WhatsApp group. Instead of saying, but wait, you still have not given the account. I would understand if it was the leaders who were leaving the WhatsApp group, if it was like the core leaders of the group who were leaving the WhatsApp group, and if it was the leaders and then the people were staying, still asking for accountability. But then if the very people he's trying to defend, including himself, are also living, it tells you why we have the same issues this side. Of course, as we just don't end up in court about it. Because that's not necessary. We're talking about subject matters of doctrine. The Bible solves that. The Bible is the judge of whether something is teaching something biblical. But don't be shocked. Don't be shocked when you get called a snake by Ayanda because they don't want accountability. Because, hey, you are there busy asking for accountability, they'll kick you out of the WhatsApp group. It's the Next Reality Show, the Daily Christian Commentary video. I'll see you on a later on episode. I thought those two stories were quite an interesting one, so I just bundled them up and put this particular episode up. I'll see you on the next one. Other episodes, don't read them down in the pinned comments, and y'all have a good one.